Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another really cool arcade game video for you this evening. Today we have the amazing Nintendo Donkey Kong 3 arcade game. Check this one out, folks. Very, very cool. This one's in really nice shape, but it wasn't when we got it. We've made it pretty decent. It's not perfect, but it looks good, right? So it's got all the art and everything. Most of these that you find were kits where they put them in another cabinet. So this one was originally a Donkey Kong Jr., and then when the kit for Donkey Kong 3 came out in 1983, they turned it into a Donkey Kong 3. And this was kind of like the redheaded stepchild of Donkey Kong's, because it's on the first two, you know, you're climbing and stuff the whole time. But on this one, it's more of like a shooting game. It's kind of like a Galaga, actually. So we will check it out, Donkey Kong 3. So like I said, it's in the Nintendo orange cabinet, which is usually Donkey Kong Jr. But it, you might see it in a blue cabinet too, or even a red cabinet. I think they, don't hold me to this, but I think there may have been dedicated ones that were red, but I'm not sure. Donkey Kong 3. We put new side art on it because the old side art was all faded. This is pretty good stuff. We can get this from a gentleman, and it's not perfect, but it looks good. It's very colorful. Boop, boop, boop. And that is our hero, Stanley. So Stanley and Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's back to being a bad guy like he was in the first one. So in the first game, Donkey Kong kidnaps the maiden, or the princess, whatever she was. What was her name? Was it Penelope? What was her name? I can't remember. I have to look it up. I'm sure all you guys are screaming at your computer monitor right now that it's not Daphne. That's from Dragon's Lair. It's not Pauline. That was her name, right? Pauline. I'm getting confirmation that Pauline was her name. All right, so in the first one, Donkey Kong kidnaps Pauline because he's a jerk. And then in the so Mario catches him and puts him in a big cage. And so in the second one, Mario's got him in a cage, and Donkey Kong Jr. Is trying to save his papa. So in the second one, Mario's the bad guy. It's the only game Mario was ever the bad guy in. It's in the first one, he was actually called Jumpman, but it's Mario. We know it is. And then in the third one here, Junior has freed Donkey Kong from his cage, and he has invaded Stanley's greenhouse, and so he's raising hell in the greenhouse. So it's just it's a different type of game. So you're Stanley, and you're going around with your pesticide, and you're trying to chase him out of your greenhouse. Here's the side art on this side. Of course, it's the same. But this one came out pretty nice. So when you got the kit, it had a new marquee and a new bezel and a new control panel and a brand new game board, and it just plugged right into the same harness. So it made it real easy to turn one in. You just bolted that on, bolted that on, bolted that on, slid the board in, peeled the other stickers off, put the new stickers on, and bam, you got a Donkey Kong 3. So we'll check it out. The control panel is a little different on these. It has like the art wraps all the way around it because it came like this. On Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., there's like a plastic, like a placard on it. So it just looks a little different. But it bolts onto the same cabinet. So let's read the instructions. Save the flowers from the creepies. So basically Donkey Kong has taken over the greenhouse, and he convinced all of the bugs to help him. The bugs like eating the vegetables. So they're all going at you. Save the flowers from the creepies. If you spray creepy, you can pass through them. Well, I didn't even know that. I guess I should read these myself. I keep spraying him and he gets in the way, but I didn't realize I could just jump up where he's at. All right. And so creepy's coming down on the sides usually, so you can hit him and he'll go back up. That'll keep him off of your platform where he gets in the way. And then Bee Spy, which is kind of like a queen bee, I believe. You must spray Beespy twice to destroy him. Whenever you hit him the second time, he explodes and little things go everywhere, so you got to be right underneath him. And then Buzzbee. If a Buzzbee picks up a flower, it becomes a Super Bee. You can get more points shooting Super Bees, and then the flower goes back down. The flowers look suspiciously like apples and carrots and stuff. And it tells you here that the creepy actually cannot be destroyed. You hit him and he just freezes. If you move Donkey Kong up with a sprayer, you get a super sprayer. So eventually he gets to near the top and he knocks down this spray can, and if you hit it, now you shoot like flames. And they go all the way up. Super sprayer shoots further and destroys creepies. So there you go. Simple as that. So it's like a shooting game. They had a lot of guts when they made these Donkey Kong games, because they made all three of them completely different instead of just making them like the obvious sequel. So these bezels on the Nintendo games were always really cool because the art goes out over the monitor. I always thought that was pretty neat. And that's the original bezel. It's not a reproduction. Still in pretty good shape. And the original marquee. And there you go. Pretty nice game. Turned out really nice. So I will set up the tripod and we'll play through it a little bit. We rebuilt the monitor on this one too, so you'll see it's in pretty nice shape. So be back in just a second. Alright people, we're going to play through it a little bit. It's in its attract mode, wanting me to put in a quarter. I only have a quarter, so I'm just going to hit the button because I've got the keys. If you look, it's kind of more like a shooting game, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like Galaga. See how the little bugs come down and you shoot them? And so a lot of people, whenever they first play it, they think it's a climbing game, so they just climb up and they can't figure out what to do. But we'll see. We'll play through it a little bit. Now, again, standard disclaimer, I'm not great. Boy, he's mad, ain't he? Ran out of my stuff. Yeah. Stanley wins. You kind of got to watch. You don't want those bad guys to get stuck in the middle like that because they block your shot. Now I'm messed up. Oop. Whoop. That's what's up. The Nintendo games always had the best music. Maybe not the best, but close to the best. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh. This sucker. Come on, sucker. Oh, man. popping. I didn't get far, people. I did not get far. We'll play one more. Sprayed Donkey Kong to the top. Yeah! That's probably not the best way to get a bunch of points, but I'll take it. Why not? Perfect. Oh, I stopped him in the wrong spot. I was trying to stop him on the edge. And it's every other coconut. See, he throws that one at the bush. I mean, at the beehive, and then the second one he throws at you. So this one he'll throw at the beehive. Now I messed myself up. Basically, you're trying to keep them from getting your little plants. Keep them out of your garden, your greenhouse. I want to at least get to the third level, so I mean the fourth level, so I can show you the next setup. Oh! Look at him. Look at him. Trying to get my stuff. Now they're right in the way. You see how they did me? Whoop, I don't want them under me. I need the can. Here we go. Oh, that's too close. If you're too close when it goes out, it still hits you. I tried, folks. Well, there you have it, Donkey Kong 3. I beat my score, 41,000. Boy, isn't that great. I'm gonna have to check with Twin Galaxies to see if that qualifies me to be awesome. I'm gonna guess no. Really fun game though. Like I was saying, I like how they made all three of them different. You know, Donkey Kong, of course, is very famous. Donkey Kong Jr. was a completely different type of game, and Donkey Kong 3 is yet another completely different type of game, even though they share the same name. Now, by the time you see this video, we may not have Donkey Kong 3 in our shop anymore. It may have already swung on over to somebody else's game room. But just check out our website. You can see everything that we do have in right now. Go to lionsarcade.com, or if you're in downtown Rock Hill, stop by and see us. Or near downtown Rock Hill. We're in downtown Rock Hill, about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're open every day except Sunday, so stop by and check them out. We've got a whole building here full of games. Or if you're not local and you're not looking to buy games, so you don't even want to go look at our website because it'll just depress you that you can't buy any of them, that's fine. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube. And every time we get a cool game like this in, we will film a little video. So we will see you on the next video. Donkey Kong!